Welcome everybody to the biggest Ghosts of Tabor update we've had yet. You get a brand new bunker. Some rooms are locked, which will be revealed later, but most are already open, so let's go ahead and get into it so you can see all the changes that have happened since last night. Also, in case your bunker looks different from mine, don't worry, I'm gonna show you why in a little bit. Let's go ahead and start with the trade room first. As you can see here, you've got your kiosk, you got where your items appear at, you got where you can sell, and then, you know, who you want to sell to, everything else. And then over here, you've got your shelves. Over here, there's not really anything. I mean, I think they just added in this extra space. They're going to have more storage in here later on, maybe something else cool, we'll see. The market exit, I think what they're going to do here, from what I've been told, and from what I've heard, is that they're going to have the Tabor market. They're going to get rid of this on the menu, and it's going to be to where you actually walk through a doorway into the market from your safe house now. However, one of the biggest things I love is that they not only gave you the golden AK back, but they give you a giant melee golden spoon that says spoon-fed on it. This is going to be amazing to bring into raids, but I don't know when I'm going to want to bring it in. Probably when I have more gear, because I don't want to die and lose this baby. Also, so at least for me, I've got these kind of vests stacked up around my safe house where it actually already has the pouches put on this vest, everything else like this, because in case you have any Ghosts of Tabor DLC or it gives you starter items, instead of it putting it all inside here to where you have to sort it manually, now it auto sorts it to where if there's a mannequin and you're like, oh, you're supposed to have a vest in your DLC, it just takes the vest, puts it on the mannequin somewhere in your safe house, so your stuff from the DLC is going to be scattered all throughout your safe house. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at the armory, see what guns we got. Yep, as you can see here, the vests are stacked up, just like I said before. You've got these guns here on the walls with all the mags and guns put out for you automatically. Go into here, same thing, a little bit more storage. I'm noticing that there's actually a lot less lockers and a lot less gun storage space in here than normal. However, what I will tell you guys from what I saw in the Discord is that these locked rooms are all throughout your bunker. What they're going to be doing is there's going to be a new system to actually unlock more storage. They're going to give you temporary access to the storage soon, so everybody can see what the fully fledged bunker looks like, but that's only going to be temporary. There is a system put in place where they're going to have it where you can unlock these rooms, and that's going to be implemented hopefully maybe within a month or two. As you can see here, here's the nursery with the hydroponics that they leaked in the Ghosts of Tabor AMA. We don't have access to this yet, but hopefully we will soon. Now, this is one of the most important parts of the update, the power. As you can see here, my bunker is very well lit up, but once you go inside of here, you ignore the very large generator and come over here to the smaller one. You actually have to put gasoline in the top of here, as you can see here with this meter, and you have to keep it powered inside of your bunker. In order to get gas, you have to go to the Ghosts of Tabor market, run across all of here, which, by the way, they did not change any of the market. All of it is exactly the same, except, of course, your trader levels are reset. They have not implemented the insurance for the Merchant of Death yet, so we'll have to wait on that. Head over here to Mark. Go to Junk, which is his new tab, Trader Junk, and you'll see here you have a gas can that you can buy and a water filter, which we will explain the water filter later. But you get the gas can right here. Go ahead and buy it. And of course, in your trade room, like always, just walk right over here, grab a gas can. Once you get your gas can, go over to the generator. Go ahead and slap that bad boy in there. You can actually lean it like this. So rather than having to, you know, worry about just constantly pouring it, you just have it like this and it'll just keep pouring in there until it's done. And once it's completely filled up into there, you'll be good to go. You don't really need to place the lid back on top of there or anything, but then you press this big button here. I will tell you guys, however, this thing actually does use power even when you're offline. I actually had this thing filled up a little bit more, and I went offline, and I came back, and my bunker was completely dark, came over to check my generator, and there was no gasoline in it. You actually, if you're going to go offline, turn off the generator, make sure that it's not going to be using any gasoline in there, because then it's going to be really annoying for you guys to have to constantly buy more gasoline every time you log on. And then just turn that back on again, and there you go, because we are very scared of the dark. And let's go ahead and test out the gun range. As you can see when you come into here, it's got these nice green glows in here. It's got a giant reset button so that we can reset your targets. We're going to go and test out the newly reskinned Glock. Slap that in there. And let's see if we can do this here. Nope, missed that one. Oh, nope, I'm terrible. Hold on a second. And then whenever you want to reset your targets, just hit the giant button and everything comes back to normal. The radio room is going to be added in later, and there hasn't really been any hints to what this is going to be, but we did all see the server rooms that were in the old bunker, so maybe this is what it's going to be. Over here on your first floor with your storage, this is where the gasoline spawns in for you. So as you can see here, I've already used some of it, and there's also a water filter. Now with the water filter, you can actually use this to be able to pour water from your sink in your kitchen into here. It'll fill up the water, and you can use these to refill canteens, so that way you can have refillable water bottles rather than having to buy water all the time. Because we all know how terrible Island can be when your character's coughing like he just failed the Fitness Gram Pacer test.
The Fitness Gram Pacer test is a
Alright, let's go ahead and check out the kitchen on the first floor as well. As you can see here, I've already got some food in here because, as we said before, it organizes all of your stuff. Here is the sink, which you can use to be able to refill the water filter. And here is the brand Riff peanut butter, which I unfortunately cannot use to make a sandwich. The med bay is also locked, and we are going to hopefully get that very soon. And now this may be one of my favorite rooms inside the bunker, the vault. Now this one right over here actually has your money displayed out right here, has your vault balance, and shows an actual number, so you don't have to always just go to the market in order to see how much money you have. But this right here may be one of my favorite mechanics that they added into the update. Right over here, the money, while it may look like a static object, you can actually grab it, and it takes money out of your actual balance, 5,000 at a time. So whenever you want to, in case your friend's like, oh, I want to be able to play, but I don't have a lot of money, if you just have a crap ton of stuff, rather than doing the old mechanic where if you wanted to give your friends a little bit of the cash, if you were really rich and you wanted to buy an item and then give it to them so they could sell, which would lose money in the process, you can just go and take money into your backpack in the raid and just give them cash, and then they can deposit it over here in their money deposit, and it adds it right onto their balance. And then inside the vault, we have the barracks right over here. I never really even went into the barracks too much on the old bunker, so I doubt I'll be in here very often, but it does have some backpacks over there, and for those of you that have DLC, there are some vests that spawn in there in case you need them. There is a full bathroom, which they creatively named over here, but there's not really anything in here. I tried to look around to see if there's maybe any hidden secrets, even shoving my hand into the toilet to try to see if I can find anything, but there's really nothing back here. But since I just showed you the bathroom, I might as well show you the NeverWipe Room. So right over here, this is going to be a small room implemented later on, because as you can see, it's locked, and you can put guns, armor, and store other types of items in there that you don't want to wipe. So every time there is a Ghosts of Tabor wipe where it takes everything away from you, sets you back to square one, everything in here will never leave you. So for those of you that want to be able to focus on your vault balance, in case you're somebody that likes a lot of money, you can just buy a bunch of items the day before the wipe, store them in there. Or if you're like, oh, I only want to be able to use the AK Alpha or the AWM, if you're very particular about a certain gun, you can buy them, kit them out, store them in here, and you'll be better off after the wipe. And for those of you that want to know how to get into those locked rooms over there, there is a system that's implemented but not quite activated yet. And let me show you what I'm talking about. So, for example, in the missions, when you go over here, you can see, okay, I have a mission to kill 25 players, whatever. But every time you get a kill, even without missions, it gives you in-game XP. And it actually gives you different XP if you get regular body shots, headshots, and other types of modifiers. So the system that they're going to implement is that whenever you get XP, whenever you get to a certain level, it'll actually unlock those areas for you and you'll be able to expand your bunker. That's why, for example, over here in the storage is immensely smaller than what we had before, but there's two different locked rooms indicating that it's going to be immensely bigger. And also two other things to keep note of, they actually added in airdrops into Island, so you could just be walking along and then a red crate floats out of the sky and can have a whole bunch of stuff in there for you, but make sure you're not standing underneath it because it actually does have mesh colliders on it, so it will kill you if it lands on top of you. That and the orange keycards are actually implemented how they're supposed to be now. Before, the orange keycards turned into the purple keycards because of the purple keycard duplication glitchers. But now, the purple keycard rooms are back to normal. You have to have a purple keycard in order to get into those big rooms with all the loot in it. And the orange keycards are still there, but they're used to be able to get to specific extraction points. So there are certain extraction points that you have to get to that require an orange keycard in order to get into. And they actually added in mag palming in order for you to switch out your mags. So as you know, you normally take the mag with your trigger, then you put it up to the gun, hold down the grip, pull it out, and then put the new one in, and then you can, store this other one on your vest or throw it out if you're somebody that just doesn't care. And from what I got to check, all the missions still have the regular amount of XP depending on which mission you accept. None of that's changed. So if in case you need to level up your traders after the wipe, I'll be leaving a little box playing with the level up trader guide that I made for Ghosts of Tabor with the fastest way to level up your trader at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this breakdown helpful. I'm going to be playing this update today the entire time during my live, going at 6 p.m. US Eastern, and I go live on Twitch and TikTok at the same time. I'm going to be leaving some boxes playing over here with the Tabor Trader Guide, as well as some other guides and some comedy in Ghosts of Tabor in case you want to see anything else that I have to offer. I hope that all of you have a phenomenal day, and I'll see you in the raids.